Hello, good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, and I'm here with my mentor Molly again. We are our starting, our dream beyond borders. And today we got our superwoman Nandini Sen from India. So she's the supermodel in the 80s and art of living teacher and a coach. And Nandini joined the business with us a couple of years ago. So, we, Nandini, we are so thrilled and happy to have you on board today with us, giving your time and sharing your journey with us today. And we are so proud that you are part of our community. You know, we have more than 250,000 people from around the globe in our business. And this 2025 is coming to an end. Only few days left, actually, just a week to go, and maybe this is our last live together. Maybe, we don't know, we haven't planned anything further yet, but you know the people who are watching us, I hope that this interview will inspire you to make a decision about a new life, new goal in 2026. So, Molly, you want to add something, Molly?
Yeah, I would say now. I never knew Nandini before, but when Beena told me first that you are joining our business, I was like, really? And I started googling about her on there, and I could see so much of her, all those history and everything, and I was so privileged. And when Nandini came to our team, not she wasn't just helpful to just to our team; she was so helpful to our global team, and everybody knows Nandini, and she brings a joy or smile to everyone's faces, and she always want to help people, and she is the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Y-
Nandini, for being
yeah,
in your life.
you are the best, Nandini. You are the best. And
Thank
so, Nandini, what motivated you to start this business? Because, when you think about, like, like in from India, like your age, your background, you wouldn't even thinking about starting an online business like this. So, what motivated you to go into this direction?
Basically, I wanted to restart my life. So, and this seemed to be the only way because when I went
You
to,
want to? I know we gave an introduction about you. Would you like to tell a little bit about yourself, the people who don't know you? Yeah.
yeah,
And
I would
then
love.
you can say, yeah.
So, let me start at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was born in India. I'm a Bombay girl. I love my city, Bombay. My mother was an educator. She was a teacher of a Jewish school in Baikala in Bombay. She went on to become the principal and then the director of the school. She was an amazing teacher and the best mom any child could have. My father was in Chia Tires. My grandfather, my mother's father, was in the central excise in the government. I'm talking about the core people and the most important role models in my life. And my grandmother, my nanny, was a homemaker. And the women in my house have always been very industrious. For example, my mom and my nanny taught me how to pray. They taught me how you can do, in India, we do these fire havans. They taught me how to do that. They said, no, not only men can do, even women can do it. My mother taught me how to think for myself, how to explore things, how not to take, if you told me something, don't take that for your word. Find out exactly what it is. Not to say no. Very often, if we don't understand something, we want to say no to it. She said, don't say no. Find out about it and then see if it's not for you, then don't do it. But don't immediately say no. So she always taught me to find out, to give people a chance, not to condemn anybody, not to talk badly about anybody. I mean, even if sometimes you want to have a little fun gossip, but to actually be kind to people. My mom was very clear of that. My dad also. Business, nobody knew business. They knew how to educate, they knew how to multiply, but they did not know business. I grew up. When I was 16, because I looked the way I looked, I started modeling. But I loved my modeling career. I just loved it. Because you see, the rest my family was backing me with, like the poets and the poetry and the knowledge and the music and T.S. Eliot and Bach and Mozart and all that was there. My house was full of that. So that part of my education was happening because of my family anyway. You know, people say modeling, empty headed, this, that, people have their concept. But I just loved my modeling career. I was treated like a baby. I was a baby. I was spoiled rotten by everybody, and I had the most best time. I did college for a couple of years, but then I dropped out. I got pregnant when I was very young. I was 20 when I had my son, and I continued modeling. And in India, we're lucky because we have the support of our families. My mom was there, my nanny was there. We had household staff. So I could do everything. But I never ever thought I'd join a business. When I was very young, I started because I started modeling. I also decided that I didn't want to work for anyone ever. ये job करना मेरे बस में नहीं है. I didn't have that personality to work for somebody else. I did not have the personality to do 9 to 5, and it was difficult for me to listen to anybody. Sorry to say, I was too much of a rebel in my life, you know. So this modeling really suited me very fine. And then I also became a coach, a mentor, a therapist. I did Reiki, I became a healer. I learned a little bit about hair, makeup. I exercise. I taught exercise. I I did many things. I made clothes. I did a whole lot of different small careers, but all the time modeling. And then I went on to live my life, but I suddenly came to a phase in my 60s, even though I'd saved, even though I did have multi streams of income. Every stream of income that I had needed me. I did not know how to make money while I was sleeping or make money at the back end while I was doing something else, which is what our business is so unique for. So there came a stage when my savings finished. I was a single mom, I had 2 children, COVID hit, whatever. I was doing a little bit of acting then. And the main actor passed away. It was a fantastic TV serial, but it came to an end. Oh my savings finished, I had to do something. Somebody said, look on the digital space. And that's how I came to this business. Sorry if I've taken too long to say all this.
Sorry, just continue. I said I was on mute. Just continue. Wonderful. Yeah.
So anyway, so that's how I'm here. I joined. I was very nervous. I didn't understand digital. First, it took a long time to join. Is it a scam? Is it a pyramid scheme? Is it an MLM? I couldn't spoil my name. I'm answerable to my children, to my family. As it is that my everything had finished. I couldn't be a failure again. So I took little time to join. I joined because it was not a scam. It was not any of those things. It were normal people like me. Also people who had been scared to join. Also people who didn't know digital, who didn't know rate of interest, who didn't know all these fancy terms in digital, in the digital world, the new terms. Like I know neuroscience, I know collapsing wave particles. I can tell you the mindfulness of meditation, what it means. But like my cousin came over from Australia the other day. He's a chartered accountant, and he's written neuroscience, collapsing wave particles, all the terms that I taught him about, emotional quotient and how you should communicate with your children and how you can do a time collapse meditation. Everything he's written down. And he says, I'm going to call you and ask you if I'm saying all this in the right way, to feel from the heart and speak. I know I can teach you all that, but digital, I did not know. I did not know what a funnel was. I couldn't understand what do you mean funnel and what is automation and where does this mail come from? So it's like a postman in the sky delivering you your mail, except it's not a person. You know, it's like a Google is like a library out there. If you can think of a library with different books you can pull, so that's Google with different links you can pull. So, I had to make it real in my mind to understand because I like to see everything visually. So as I learned it more and more, it became very exciting for me to, oh, okay, that's what it is. And yeah, so that's how I'm here on the training. And I'm super happy that I have Molly and Beena, who are actually my mentor and my grand mentor and my great grand mentor. It's lovely to have them kind of looking after me because they've also helped me understand a lot of the business, which I couldn't understand earlier. And not because for no other reason, but this has not been my line ever. Yeah.
Nandini, I'm going to ask you one question that is not in our question. You did see about you came to know about this opportunity, but usually people will step away. Oh, this is a scam. But what was the moment you realized, no, this is not a scam. This is something legit. Or what made you to take that decision?
You know, my mentor, who's also my spiritual mother, she's an evangelist. She was very kind. She never forced me. She just once in a while sent me a video of somebody speaking who was in the business. And I used to like those because those were stories. I love people's stories. Immediately my heart opens. I feel so much love for that person. Always since I was a kid. See my angel blessing all of you for Christmas. And I would just say, oh my God, how sweet are these people? And then she sent me one video of somebody in our coaching, in our team, in our business, interviewing a nurse from America who was originally from Cameroon. And from the minute she started speaking, I started crying. And I think those tears melted my heart because she talked about how poor she was and her family was, and how hard she worked to get to America, and then how her nursing career wasn't enough to pay even her bills there and to feed her and her kids. Then she joined this business and did that along with the nursing, and how she started earning more money. And then how she was able to, in a year, go back home and uh, build a home for her family. And the tears were just flowing as she told her story. And within 2 years, she educated her whole village, all the children, and she built a home for herself where she was living. And then how she looked after her family, herself, everybody. And that just was so moving for me. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to help as many people as I can. And I said, oh my God, she's my soul sister. I have to be a part of this. Just God, please, lead me to be at this place where I can help as many as I can. And so I joined.
Wonderful. Yeah. I remember when I saw the first video as well in about this business. I remember, I actually was 3 or 4 times. Every time I see, and I could feel, as you mentioned, as you said, the joy filling in, and seeing hearing their story, we were able to resonate with them, and it's wonderful. So it's very important that whoever is coming to this business, watching those webinars, because then you will be able to understand what difference has this business is making for everyday people like us, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah. And I said that for a story like that, I will use the whatever skills I have to learn what I don't know. Because that story was worth it.
Yeah,
That was
definitely.
my that was that was my what I got, you know. I always hold that in front of my mind. But that's That's why I've joined. That makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's really worth it because we can see that, Nandini, that, thousands of people in this business are really thriving. They helped themselves to pay off the credit card, pay off the loans, build a house for themselves, help their families, and travel around the world. And it's amazing what we can do with this business. But
Yeah.
always I say one thing to include in this, because I don't want people to just to think that once you join the business you are going to be making all your dreams come true just like that. There is no magic in this.
Work hard.
What I would like to add with this also is that Cameroon girl, has done so much behind the scenes. Okay, she followed the system and she committed herself. She was consistent. She attended all the mastermind, all the meetings, and she was consistent in the social media, and that has made her successful. And when we talk about the people who would like to join our business, we are actually looking for people who want to be like that. We just don't want somebody who joined the business and say, you told in that live that, you were able to do this ABCD. That is not the case. This is not you are not going to make millions in no time. You have to work hard. You have to be consistent. And that is the way you are going to win. People always say that, online business is something you can, why haven't you quit your job if the business is good? My question to people is that, I've been working as a nurse like last nearly 30 years. I haven't quit my job because I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
I'm also helping people there. I want to reduce my hours, which I will do soon. But in that way, I respect my patients. I love my colleagues. And that is, that is something which I hold on to. People's tears when I see people with, with the dementia, their carers, and they wait for me when they are in trouble, and I'm there to help. So, I want to continue what I'm doing with my business. So, if you are interested, that is the way to go. Be able to be consistent and follow the training. Yeah, so that's one thing I wanted to add in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Nandini. Nandini Halda is watching. Hi, Nandini Halda.
Yeah. And the other thing I want to add is people approach us regarding this business and they come with so scarcity mind. They know this is something that is helping people, but the people doesn't want to invest. They think they can come in with nothing. But this is
Yeah.
not something you can start with zero investment because any business needs investment. Yesterday, I visited one of my friends who recently started a business from home, selling groceries. And in this cold weather, how much difficult it is to they have to keep the inventory, they have to update the online system, they have
Yeah,
to buy things, find space, and a lot of money is being spent on, and then somebody has to be at the store or at the home to give the items to the people who are coming, so it takes away a lot of time. And with our business, we don't have to do any of those things. We don't have to keep any inventory, we don't have to find a space to store things, we don't have to ship nothing. But this is a business that could change your life if you are seriously thinking about it. And for Nandini, what advice would you give to the audience?
Just open your heart, and see what's needed out there in the world for yourself and for others. And the thing is that to start anything, we have to be sensible. We have to have an investment of time, of effort, and of money. Otherwise, it won't be a business. Anybody who says you can start a business for 0 rupees, it's just scamming you. It has to have money in it. To make more money, you have to invest some money. I had somebody saying, can't I join for less than $100? No, you can't even open a pawn shop for less than $100. So we have to be sensible when we come here. And the point is, what we've seen is people's dreams come true. just doing something that's so gainful, doing something where you are encouraged to be a whole person, to look at every holistic view of yourself is so rare in today's world, isn't it, Molly?
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, it's only about money and more acquisition. In our business, which is really deemed the best digital business today that's available in the world, it is so because we concentrate on the entire person, their personality, their mindset, what's important to them, their finance, them, their leadership qualities, their communication qualities, everything. It's very rare. So really, you get to be the best version of yourself over here, I think. So my advice would be come and see for yourself what it is before deciding.
The funny thing, Nandini, Gio was sitting on my lap, and when you said open your heart, he was asking me, how do I open my heart?
Yeah, it's not about the money. It's not just about the money. It's about helping others. That's how business is about, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, it is, just about to understand the system and the desire to make your dream come true, because always I think that, if you want to succeed, you really need to work hard. Nothing comes easy
Yeah,
when you go to work. But the good thing with our business is that you can build up slowly. Say, people always say that they don't have time because they are working full time. My question to you, our audience, is that everybody spent, every time when you look, even when people are walking through the street, everybody is scrolling all the time in the bus stop, in the train, even in the toilet. People are sitting with the phone. So you can't say that you don't have time. That time you use wisely to create, to schedule the post, respond to your audience, respond to your leads once you start the business. And that
yeah,
is the way people get succeed.
yeah,
Time, we all have 24 hours. Okay. But the main thing is that how you use that time, that is what makes you succeed. That is
yeah.
my advice for the end of the 2025.
Yeah, I agree with you. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Give yourself something that's special because it's really special. And if you don't, you're missing out on something that's very good.
Yeah.
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 So thank you, Nandini, for sharing your story. And whoever is listening to us, or if you are listening to us later, you have got nothing to lose. Just register on one of our websites and watch that free webinar, and see if it resonates with you. If it resonates with you, take that next step of paying $149, and then you will have the opportunity to see all the potential about this business and who we are affiliated with and how you can maximize from this business and everything you'll be able to see. And you got a 30-day trial period. You got nothing to lose. If you're not interested, simply ask for a refund. It's such an amazing business. If you are somebody who's looking for a life, for a life that you want to have an abundant life and you want to help others, this is it. You don't have to find any extra space to run this business. So come on, you can do it. Reach out to us and we are more than happy to help you. Beena and Nandini, do you want to add anything?
No. Like you, Molly, one thing, when you were talking about you went somewhere yesterday and about the store, the traditional way of doing, I was just talking to my husband this morning because, before I started the business, I used to do bottle art. And you remember, Molly, that period where I was going crazy, and I got so much,
Stop.
in our garage. And we were talking about it this morning, and I was saying to my husband that, I wish I'd started the business at that point because, I don't have to think about the inventory. I didn't have to think about the selling, how I'm going to sell that for that little amount of money,
Yeah.
because our business is a high ticket sales. And if, say, for example, if you have to sell 20 products or 50 products to get somewhere for our one product, so that is the beauty of this business. That is why people are thriving in this business. The same work you do for that little amount of money, you can do little with this one, but you get more income. Am I right? So that is the beauty of this business. So yeah, that's all I wanted to add. And
yeah, that's all. So next week we are coming back again with another lovely lady. So stay in tune, and until then, bye.
Bye,
bye
everybody.
thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
My angel. Bye.
Bye.